Okay, got me gente, what's up, my people? I got a video for you guys, and it's fascinating for me because it is my first time taking the GoPro out spearfishing, and it is also the first time I'm actually using the gun. Because I've had the gun a while, but I'll be honest, I never use it. I'm more of a three-prong guy. But I started the video with a kind of a boring clip of me just diving down to the depths. This is probably about 40 or so feet. Not super deep, but deep enough. And there was basically a big school of yellowtail snappers and some random porgies in front of me. You can't even see them in the video. But that's why I went down there, and then I saw they were gone, so I went back up. I didn't even bother wasting energy staying down there any longer. This next clip is a good one because I like my strategy here. This is kind of the spearfishing, spear gun strategy, which is, a little bit new for me, but you just get to the bottom, try to grab onto some reef and just stay low. And you see all these blue tangs swimming across, and there's some porgy, or salgo as they call it here in Puerto Rico, sprinkled in, and that's what I'm after, man. I want some porgy. It's good sushi, good steam fish. There's a lot of ways you could do it. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm kind of trying to close the distance that last second. I started to get away, and fortunately I didn't get it. And then this drop, I'm going down. This is probably about, 25, 30 feet. It's pretty shallow. And I get down there, and man, I was struggling with my buoyancy because the way I usually fish, the style's different with my three-prong. So being slightly buoyant's okay. But man, with the gun, when I'm just trying to stay still and stay low, I was fighting my buoyancy. So I'm going to throw a little bit more weight on my belt next time I go out. But, learning curve for using the spear gun because I'm more of a pull spear kind of guy. So I'm looking around, not seeing a whole lot. It's looking kind of dead. And then I see a porgy out there in the distance. Try to close the distance. He's gone. I'm like, fuck it. I'll go back up to the top. So this next drop, this is probably around the same 25 feet or so, maybe 30. And I go down there. Boom. And I land right here, and there's this big old grunt that just swims right in front of me. And I thought about it. You can see I slowed it down right there. And then I was like, nah, I don't feel like dealing with that. Grunts are, they taste all right. It's just they're a little bony. I don't really like dealing with them as much. So yeah, I was basically just trying to target some big snappers or some big porgies. That was kind of all I was after this day. I go down here, kind of keeping it shallow because I'm by myself. I don't like to push it past like 40 feet when I'm by myself. I'd honestly probably mostly keep it around like 25, like 30, very shallow. Here is a good example of, narrowing in your equipment. I'm new to using the GoPro, so I put it on and I was like, oh shit, did I record? So I pulled it down to check if I recorded. It was recording, and then next thing you know, my angle's ruined and you can't see that big school of snappers that I almost shot. And I was really struggling with the GoPro, man. I gotta get used to it. Every time I dove down, it would kind of start to fall off my head. So I just gotta, narrow that in. I go down here and I see a big snapper in the distance, big mangrove snapper. And he kind of got away, so I'm hanging around. You can see that big bar jack that was right in front of me, or blue runner. And not too much going on, so I go back up. Over here, saw a nice little turtle. He's there on the right, so I go ahead and throw him a shaka. Kind of hard to see. I'm gonna put the camera quality up on my GoPro because it's on 1080p and it goes up to 4K, but I like to conserve space. I went ahead and threw this drop in here because, for one, it's pretty, it's peaceful down there, but two, it's a testament on how important it is to have your buoyancy right. As you can see here, I drop, and normally, I can grab onto the reef and hold on pretty good, but when you're in areas like this, you don't want to grab onto any of that stuff and, ruin the reef, so you kind of just have to swim forward to combat your buoyancy, and that affects your hunting game and how long you can stay under because you're wasting energy. And then, actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and throw one more clip in here. So this was such a frustrating moment. I go to take my next drop. I dive down and I see a big old porgy right in front of my face. And I don't even think you can catch it on camera because by the time that you would see it on camera, you can already hear that noise. And it turns out, after I'm looking around, I'm like, oh, what the hell is that noise? Hope it's not a boat driving right over our heads. And Turns out to be these people riding these little motorized surfboard, wakeboard things. And there's all this open water, open sand areas, and they're right over the reef, right over our heads. I got my dive float. There's scuba divers nearby with their dive float. And these people decided to ride right over our heads, but they spooked the fish. I was pretty frustrated after that, and that's me waving them on, getting all frustrated. I'll admit, I even flipped them off after that. Not out of the water where they could see it, but it's one of those things, man. Nobody owns the water, so you gotta take it how it is. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This is the first video of its kind, and there will be plenty more to come, so stay tuned, and thanks for watching. And God bless you. Bye.